Hello everyone, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you if you've continued to subscribe. Sorry I've been going so long. It's been really hard to sort of manage on social media for two channels, you know, because I started my botanical pet boutique, which I'll also need to film a video from. But I want to get back into this. So this video is basically going to be talking about my rebrand. So if you haven't probably noticed already, my logo is going to have changed, my name has changed, and this is solely because my name, Midnight Foxcraft, does not reflect who I am anymore and when I started this business. I want to move it into a new direction. I want to start afresh with it. So I want to get back into like my crochet. That's how I started. I put loads of crochet stuff originally, and yeah, make it more structured. I feel like it just needs to be freshened, and it's like a personal thing as well. It's really hard to explain, but when I feel like I've had this name and this business since I started in 2021, I feel like I've outgrown parts of it, which is the name and so forth. It doesn't reflect my business at all. So I'm calling myself now Cotton Blush Studio. So the reason being, because if you've seen my social media, you've even visited my Etsy shop, now I have a lot of items which I sew, and now I want to go back into the crochet part. And one of my favourite colours is also a blush colour. I love pink, even though predominantly clothes-wise I will wear black, obviously apart from what I've got on today. But yeah, so I feel like I want something that's combined that makes more me, and studio makes it sound like really sophisticated, which is kind of what I want. So yeah, so you'll be seeing videos, which means I'm changing, and see how it develops basically. And obviously we're gonna be making videos of new items, but because I've been doing so much for Botanical Pet Boutique, because I'm doing a launch which is going to be very candy, like sweet shop inspired. I've been very busy with that, but obviously if you've seen my other videos you'll know I have a full-time job. So, and also like there's been some other personal stuff that's going on, so I've been unable to really make as much as I would like to, so that launch has been sort of delayed. It's not a problem. I haven't officially announced the date yet. I'm still going to be making stuff, which is what I'm actually going to be aiming to do today. So I'm not necessarily making stuff for this shop today. It is the 10th of February. I'm going to be focused on trying to get that done with what I can, because basically I've been held up because this is all this trim I've got for my bows. So I've just got to see how I can go from there, how much I can get, and I've also got some bandanas to finish off. But yeah, so welcome back. Also, I've been wanting to crochet and make handmade gifts for this year. I've been saying it for like last couple of years, but I sadly never got round to it. So I've been doing really well actually this year. A couple of things I won't be able to show you because they've been sent to the people who wanted them. So like my best friend wanted a hat, obviously that's been sent to her. But one of these is a blanket. I'm doing quite a few blankets as gifts. I loved this gradient yarn. Honestly, I think that might be my like new favourite. So this is one gift that's already made up. I've been really enjoying it actually. I can't unravel this too much, but this is another one I'm working on. So again, lots of lovely gradient yarn, very pretty. Because I think I've got this skill set, I really enjoy crocheting, but I really want to get back into it. So I have, and I've been with a vengeance. So this is a hat made for my mum. Obviously, I've just got to weave, like, do the ends. Actually, why is that end here? But I know I've got an end inside. So this is one for her, because I made her one at Christmas, and apparently it didn't quite fit for some reason. My mum's got quite thick hair anyway, so, and that's fine. I don't mind remaking something. What I'm most proud of is this cardigan, though. Like, this is the first time I've tried a hexagon cardigan. I love it. I know my sleeves could be a bit better, but you know, cut me some slack. But yeah, so I'm very proud of that one. I've always wanted to make one. I made one, well, similar I should say, a couple of years ago. It went okay. but it could be better. But I'll still wear it. I'll still wear it around the house because I don't believe in waste and stuff. And this one, I can't really tip it up too much because this is the one I thought I'd finished. And it turns out I haven't for whatever reason. But that's okay. This is going to be another blanket. I can't really unravel this one. Well, I've caught my hair. Of course I have. But yeah, you get the idea. So that's another thing I've been working on. But yeah, I want to make more items like that to go into the shop. I know there's like 1,000 out there, but you know, I want to put my spin on it. And also I've been experimenting with making little scrunchies. Yeah, I've got to weave in some ends, so those like little bits, but that's not it takes like no time at all, so I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, so this is kind of stuff I want to put into the shop. Obviously these things take time. What I would love to add is these. So obviously it's gonna be inverted, but it says made by an experienced hooker. I would have loved to have put these on items if they were bought from my shop, but I don't think everyone would find it as funny as I do. My friend appreciated that when I slapped that on her gift. You know, we just have a bit of, you know, humour, but I know it's not for everyone, so. Hello everyone, it is February the 22nd, I had to think about that. I'm currently in my kitchen doing some baking, so I'm making my mum some sourdough and I am now making cheese twists, etc. And I'm going to make some banana bread. But I will be back into the craft room today to take pictures of the dog bows and get them uploaded and onto my other shop, because it's been a long time coming and I really need to do it and stop procrastinating about it. But I'm also going to start to finish off some of the hair tool bags, but I also might start crocheting some items, because I have already said I wanted to go back to my roots. I started this shop crocheting, and then I stopped and moved on. I sold crystals at one point, but it's time to go back to sort of my roots. So that's the plan for today. And I will also show you the finished product of the little blanket that I've made as a gift, because I've also been working on gifts, which sounds crazy, but anybody who crochets knows how long things take. So I have been doing that. So yes, I will show you that. But in the meantime, I'm going to carry on doing some making. Hello, I have returned. It is still the 22nd of February. I have done my baking. That took me to about nearly 2 o'clock. But I can finally reveal the personal project that I've been doing, and it is this little baby blanket. Well, I say baby blanket. He's a toddler. It was using the Aldi yarn. I can't remember what the cake's called again because I got it off Vinted, but it's cute. Like, look at these colours. Aren't they nice? So yeah, so that's that project finished. This is also the cardigan that I made. You'll see it on my Instagram. So yeah, very proud of this as well. Very comfy, very warm. It's what I like. Obviously there's a lot of room for improvements, like the sleeves aren't very good, but it was my first time trying a hexagon cardigan, so yeah. Hi guys, I have returned once again. It is the 24th of February. I have been crocheting. So in my shorts, you will have seen that I completed the baby blanket. I've also shown you one here. Right now I am actually testing out an idea for a crochet bag that I had. I had the idea while I was going to bed, because apparently that's where I always get my best ideas, either that or the shower. So yeah, I'm testing it out. So I'm currently crocheting at the moment. I've got 2 granny squares. It's going to be a bag. I'm debating on the bottom. So at the moment, I definitely know that I need to have 4 squares. But I'm debating whether I need a 5th one for the bottom. It's swinging towards more yes at the moment. Because I want it to be a more flatter bottom rather than a rounder bottom, which comes in quite a lot of the bags. How this is going to go out, I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, I'm just testing this out and I've just gone wrong, I think. And seeing how my idea plans out, because what I would also like to do, or try to do this year, is actually release a pattern to put into my Etsy shop, which could possibly be this bag. However, I've already noticed that with this bag, obviously I'm using acrylic yarn, which is obviously very soft. It's quite flexible. I'm going to have to do this in a cotton. So like Lily's Sugar and Cream, which I have got some on order, but it was for a different project. So I might be tempted to try it for this. However, I don't know how much of that I would need, because they come in like about 50-gram balls rather than 100, which is what I've got here. But I might try and do my original project with that, and because I'm ordered from a new website that I've never ordered from before, so I want to see how good they are before I pop in another order. So we will see. I'll keep you posted on it. But yeah, I'm hoping that this will work out. I'm quite confident at the moment. But like I said, I'm swinging towards the fact that I might need to make another square for the bottom. But I definitely know I need a thicker yarn. I need something that's more sturdy for it. But yeah, would you like to see that? Would you maybe like to see a pattern from me? Because obviously I will need testers as well. So anybody who crochets, if you drop us a follow, especially on my Instagram, Cotton Blush Studios, exactly the same as this. I will put out a call for it if it goes to plan. That's what it depends on, if this goes to plan. So yeah, we'll see. Hello. I am back again. It is currently the 28th of February. So it's the last day. But I'm going to aim to get onto some sewing today. So as I mentioned previously, I'm making the hair tool bags. I've got this print. I've got it all cut out. However, I've misplaced the lining part because I'm clever like that. So I need to find where that is, or failing that, cut some more out so then I can finish sewing, get the right zips, and then I can crack on. The bag, I've done it. So here we go. This is the prototype. Now, obviously the bottom here is too floppy. I would use it as a beach bag, so I don't want to throw it away because I believe that is wasteful. But I'm rethinking it. So I'll be taking that with me when the warmer weather comes and we go to the beach. That'll be my beach bag. But it's not what I wanted. And to be honest, I think I've already said that and I already kind of knew that. So I've got some Lily's Sugar and Cream. I can't remember the colour one off the top of my head, and annoyingly I left it downstairs, so I don't actually have it up here. But I'm now going to I've got another idea for a bag, so I'm going to try and do that instead. So, stay with me on that one. But I might come back to this design, but try it with a cotton at some stage. But for now, the sewing is going to take some priority, so I need to crack on with that, get one of those done. I'm not necessarily going to be able to do loads today because my boyfriend's at football and we're also going for dinner around my mum's afterwards. So I'll do what I can and I'll get back to you. Yeah, and I'll try and film some of it as well. So let's see how we go on this. Oh, and before that, I've started to crochet the headbands and I'm getting better at it. I quite like this colour. So it's not too bad on. It's a little bit big, but I've got quite a bit of hair. So, but if you've got like a hair up, this is quite good because I tend to wear mine in a ponytail of some sort. So yeah, so I need to adjust the head sizes a little bit. But with those who have really thick hair, having a bit more room can make quite a bit of difference. Because generally whenever I have my hair down, I have a lot of it, so it can make a bit of a difference of having a slightly more material. But again, that's just a thought. I'm practicing those. I will still probably sell it because there's nothing wrong with it. It is just I'll probably sell it as an extra large rather than like, I don't know, regular small, because I know that there's patterns that do small and sort of a large size. But I don't always find it. I find the larger sometimes are a little bit too big. So I'm going to try and crochet the smaller size rather than that. But as I keep saying, for those who have got a lot of hair and a lot of thick hair, this is going to be better. So I'm definitely going to sell it because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Oh dear. I made a sewing boo-boo. I have sewn it in the wrong place, so I've got to unstitch it. I'm really annoyed with myself. This is what happens when I decide to put the sewing machine aside for a few weeks. But never mind. I don't have time to do it today. I'll go back to it. I'm sorry. If you wonder what I'm looking at my sewing machine going, why didn't you tell me? But I'm going to just go back to the bag that I was designing instead. And also get a bag of wool to take round my mum's. I'm not really sure what I'm going to make. I'm kind of tempted to start making the cherry key rings I want to make, or make like little bow key rings. So I'm going to choose some for that because we've got the dogs around there. They'll be jumping all over me, so it'll be really hard for me to do the bag design. So I might do that now while I'm here and see how far I can get with that. And yeah, so we'll do something. Hey guys, I'm back again. Excuse the little hairs, they're really annoying. It is the 10th of March. So what I've been up to, I have finished 4 market bags. What else have I done? I've got a book sleeve which I'm going to write a pattern for. The bag I'm going to put on a bit of a hiatus because I need to rethink it again. But that's okay. I might actually sell the bag that I've made on the website. It'll be a one-off. But yeah, so this vlog has been all over the shop, to be honest. I've had so many different ideas. There's a cardigan that I want to make. There's a pattern that I'm gonna hopefully do, but also sell the finished product because I crochet and that's what I like to do. Because some people might obviously want the book sleeves but not necessarily know how to make them themselves, so etc, etc. So yeah, so it's probably gonna be the end of this vlog because it has been here, there and everywhere. So sorry it's a bit scattered. Hopefully I will get a little bit better at this because now I'm not thinking about my other shops at launch. I can actually now refocus back on this one and create more items for it. So what have I got? So I'm looking at my yarn stash. There is going to be quite a few things that I could probably make. But it's just deciding what. I know it's going to sound nuts, but I actually want to try Christmas baubles. Just for the sole reason that I, oh my gosh, look how pale this makes me in comparison to the rest of me. But just for the sole reason that I want to practice, and then if I have the stock, then when it comes to that time when it's getting really stressful, I'll have stuff done. So, and I need to practice. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing. As I said, and I think in the previous clip, sewing is going to be a bit of a hiatus at the moment. Crocheting has come to the forefront. And I'm also looking at get my Cricut out and embroidery machine out and putting them to good use. Like my poor Cricut has been made a bit redundant just of late, so I think it's time to bring her back out to create some items. May I start doing personalised stuff again? Possibly. I'm already thinking about doing Christmas stockings this year. I've got loads. I've been meaning to do it for the last 2 years. But yeah, the previous year we were obviously moving in, and we had a lot going on this Christmas, so they didn't come to fruition. But we'll see. So, you know, stay tuned. If you've managed to sit through the rambling of this vlog, thank you very much. There'll be more ramblings yet to come, so, you know, stay tuned and see what other nonsense I get up to. So yeah, but thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.